Texas Democrats will gather in the Alamo City for the start of their state convention. Next on Fox News First, we'll hear what's on the agenda.
And a film made with vets in mind screened at one of our local theaters. I'm J.J. Maldonado, and find out if you'll get a second look. Coming up ahead.
And talk about being at the right place at the right time. The story of how a little girl got the care she needed after a shark attack. Fox News First for your Wednesday evening starts right now.
Live from historic downtown San Angelo, this is Fox News First at 10.
A slew of people in this country illegally are behind bars in the Tom Green County Jail. Thanks for sharing part of your Wednesday with us. I'm Monica Quintero.
Evening, everybody. I'm Bob Burkeen. 7 people booked into the jail, but they weren't the only ones. Border Patrol agents tell KIDY the 7 men were part of a group of 34 people left at a convenience store off Interstate 20 in Weatherford. Someone called authorities about the large group left there, and Border Patrol agents responded.
The Abilene and San Angelo division were part of that response team. 7 men were brought here to the Tom Green County Jail. The rest were taken to other county jails. A San Angelo man on the Texas Most Wanted list.
The reason: 2 counts of murder. 20-year-old Justin Lane Slayton wanted by authorities for his role in a double homicide that happened in Temple. Now, we've been following the story since the beginning when another San Angelo man was arrested in San Angelo for his alleged role in that same shooting.
The killings happened in April of this year at the house of one of the victims. Police say prior to the shooting, Slayton had served time for theft of a firearm. There is a reward, but police say this man should be considered armed and dangerous. The Republicans had their turn last month. Now it's Democrats' turn. The Texas Democrat Convention kicks off tomorrow in San Antonio. 17 folks from Tom Green County are expected to be in the fold. They'll be working on crafting the party's statewide platform and looking for unity as they discuss candidates. We spoke with the county chair today to find out what he's going to be listening for.
Camps share in common.
Are we going to continue to support public education? Are we going to address the critical issues we have in relation to water and roads and those sorts of things?
KIDY will be tracking major developments that take place as the convention gets underway over the next few days.
A KIDY viewer on Facebook was wondering about some leftover campaign signs from the previous city election. A reminder: campaign signs are required to be taken down within 10 days after an election. So, with the exception of the candidates in the runoff election, all other candidates' campaign signs do need to be taken down, or you could face a fine. After the heat of the afternoon, boy, folks were out enjoying being outdoors because it got cooler and a nice evening.
It is, and the heat was on, Barrett, to say the least. How high did the mercury climb?
97 degrees for today, which, believe it or not, is not the warmest we've been this year. 98 degrees is the warmest that we've been this year. Although you do notice some thunderstorm activity in our northwestern counties, and this was due to a disturbance that built over southeastern New Mexico. It's come away from that disturbance, so this is strictly just going off the heating of the day right now. So as the temperatures cool, this will continue to weaken. But Sterling City, this could get as far east as Robert Lee to a Merchant Line. Do not believe it will reach the San Angelo area, but as you can see, this goes further to the south toward the Ira Ann area as well. Now back to you.
All right, Barrett. Unfortunately, you can just about set your watch to it happening. Summertime and a child left in a car. People who answer that devastating call for help tell KIDY temperatures turned scorching in just a matter of minutes. Surface temperatures in this car were measured after 20 minutes. The reading, 170 degrees. First responders tell KIDY when you see a child in immediate danger, don't be afraid to bust out a car window.
I'd rather be sitting on a court stand explaining why I busted somebody's window out to get to a kid rather than why I didn't do anything and just let the kid perish.
Ferris reminds parents to have a plan. Use a stuffed animal as a reminder in the front seat. Put your purse or your briefcase in the back seat with your child. And if you see someone in danger, call 911.
According to Fox Business, online shopping of non-grocery items is passing up retail purchases. According to those surveyed, mobile devices played a part in the increase of online sales. Many shoppers say while online adds a convenience to shopping, retail still has its advantages.
I'm really afraid to put my card out there.
Well, it depends what I'm shopping for. I like to go into the store for clothes and shoes and accessories because you can try them on.
I like shopping online more because it's more variety than there is here in San Angelo.
Shoppers say credit card fraud is a common concern when it comes to online shopping.
A popular entertainment bookstore's future is up in the air. Hastings Entertainment filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Last week, the retailer announced it couldn't find a buyer. Hastings has 30 days to find a new buyer, and in this period, all 126 stores will remain open. Some of the store's fans are hopeful.
This store is kind of a safe haven for me. When I get bored, I just come here. I generally get a cup of coffee or I walk around. It's the only place I know of to get CDs, and I feel like I'm the only one that buys CDs in San Angelo.
Well, I buy one or two. San Angelo's Hastings was one of 20 stores remodeled this year. A film dedicated to veterans, made by veterans.
KIDY's JJ Maldonado spoke with one of the directors of the film who has roots right here in San Angelo. He joins us live from the studio. JJ?
Good evening, Bob and Monica. Well, it's an indie film made with vets in mind. It's screened today at Cinemark Tinseltown Theaters, and it could be making a return.
Fellow Americans, as you are all painfully aware,
A small indie film by Hollywood standards, but with some big names. William Shatner and Danny Trejo make an appearance in the film as zombies once again take over. But the heroes and the stars of the film are veterans, 2 Medal of Honor recipients, and a multitude of veteran extras. The film screened across 550 theaters nationwide. One of the crew members of the film is also an Angelo State University and Central High School grad. He goes by the name Hollywood Hurd, and he says the film was crowdfunded. More than $1.2 million were raised to make the film, and he says it's a project with a unique background.
And I think this is going to be something fantastic because it's never been done before. A bunch of veterans have never got together, raised a bunch of money, and gone out and tried to do a mainstream film.
No, he says the film is very graphic. Hollywood says that the movie was made with vets in mind, and it's something that they will understand and appreciate. And if you missed it this time around, he says he's hoping to bring it back in July. Bob and Monica, back to you.
All right, yeah, the thing was sold out. We couldn't do it, so maybe it'll make it come back around. Straight ahead on Fox News First, one little girl lucky to be alive after a shark attack off Galveston Island.
A nurse just happened to be nearby as the situation unfolded. It is an incredible story you'll want to hear when Fox News First continues.
Also, we do have a couple of pollen levels in the high category, the grass and the mold spores. The weed and tree pollen still doing just fine, though. I'll have the rest of the 7-day forecast when we continue.
Now with your first warning weather, here is Chief Meteorologist Barrett Phillips.
Pretty mild night out there. You can see traffic's moving pretty good. Dry conditions as of now, but we do have a little bit of cloud cover trying to make its way into town. Currently, temperatures in the 80s at 85 degrees, 50% relative humidity. Dew point is in the mid-60s right now, 65 degrees, but still seems pretty humid and sticky out there as of this evening. This will try to work its way into the San Angelo area. It'll get pretty close. Really don't expect it to, but as you can see, it will fizzle away pretty quickly once we lose the heating of the day, and so leaving us with some dry but partly cloudy conditions to wake up to for tomorrow morning. Mostly sunny skies for the rest of the day. Tomorrow, you notice it staying completely dry as well. It's going to be humid once again tomorrow into tomorrow night, also Friday as well. But as we start to head into the weekend, the humidity levels will start to go down, but that doesn't mean the temperatures are. Temperatures are going to be pretty warm for, actually pretty hot for the weekend. Mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies all day for tomorrow. Remaining dry though, nearing 90 degrees by noon, 96 to end out your workday at 5 o'clock. Here's the 7-day forecast. 101 degrees on Saturday. Slight, just tiny chances of precipitation does return.
All right, Barrett. The body of a child snatched by an alligator at a Disney resort has been found.
That boy has been identified as 2-year-old Lane Graves of Elkhorn, Nebraska. Officials say the youngster was walking in ankle-deep water at a Disney resort in Orlando last night when a gator grabbed him. Several gators have now been captured and euthanized. The hope is to find the one that killed the little boy.
Searchers say the child's body was intact. It was found near where he was pulled in. Disney is closing all lakeside beaches as this investigation continues.
Galveston Island records its first shark attack of the year. A young girl bitten Tuesday afternoon.
The shark bit the little girl while she was in knee-deep water with her dad. Fortunately, a nurse happened to be nearby with her family.
She got creative to help the little girl with her injuries. Stephanie Whitfield from our sister station in Houston explains.
This area along Pirates Beach in Galveston is where 6-year-old Maren Melton was bitten by a shark Tuesday.
They were just doing what we were doing. She was in her little pink inner tube, and they were just swimming and hanging out and enjoying the beach.
That's when Allie Curry says she heard the little girl scream.
I'm an oncology hospice nurse, but I just, saw the blood and I saw the panic, and it just kind of instincts hit. And
her instincts were to tie a tourniquet. Her tools, an iPhone cord and a dog leash.
That was, our only action of plan here on the beach. We don't have anything. So we took some water and cleaned it off and wrapped it with a clean towel and just prayed for the best.
The 6-year-old's dad, who works as a pastor in Kerrville, says they're at UTMB Hospital. He sent us a statement saying Marin is stable and maintains a gracious, positive attitude. Her vital signs are good. We are grateful to God for his sustaining grace, even in the midst of pain and suffering.
She was bit probably about mid-calf.
Paramedics say the tourniquet may have saved the girl's leg.
It's going to be a long journey, but she's the strong one.
Relatives tell us Marin still has several surgeries ahead of her, so they're asking for as many prayers as they can get.
A flour recall is causing a domino effect across some big names in the food biz. Kellogg now is concerned some snack and cookie products may have undeclared peanut residue. The recall stems from a previous recall by Kellogg's flour supplier. The flour was used in brand names like Mother's, Keebler, Kellogg, Special K, Murray, and Famous Amos snacks and cookies. For a list of the affected products and their expiration dates, head to our website at myfoxzone.com. If you're going through a difficult time, PTSD, extreme loss, there is something out there that can help.
It's a new app meant to connect people and provide comfort. More on that next on Fox News First.
The Market Report, brought to you by Carrie and Bill Peacock of Raymond James Financial. You're watching KIDY Fox San Angelo with Bob Rakeen, Monica Quintero, Chief Meteorologist Barrett Phillips, and Sports Director Manny Diaz. This is Fox News First at 10.
We get so caught up talking mosquitoes and West Nile or Zika virus and tend to put on the back burner how the little bloodsuckers can affect our pets' health. Record spring rains mean there are more than enough mosquitoes to cover all of those concerns. The bugs can spread heartworms, a deadly parasite that affects both cats and dogs. Veterinarians say the best way to protect pets is with a monthly preventative. In the long run, it's also more affordable than treating an animal with heartworms.
The oral medication is about $100. As far as treatment, that can run anywhere from, upwards to $1,000.
Because mosquitoes follow us inside our homes, it's crucial to give indoor and outdoor pets preventatives. A North Texas man using technology to offer support to people with chronic illnesses.
It's called Reach Out. It's free. It launched in March, already has more than 2,000 users. Sonia Azad has the story.
I went looking for support.
Sunil Modi is a tech guy, but when heart disease struck in his family, he had a lot of questions.
Oftentimes when people are going through these diseases, they feel very lonely, depressed.
So he came up with Reach Out.
It lets them connect with people who are going through the exact same thing as they are.
People can vent, share fears, and ask questions of those who've been through similar experiences.
People are going through diabetes, cancer, heart disease, mental illness, substance abuse, and even death and grieving.
It doesn't offer professional medical advice, and you can't chat individually. Users create a profile and select topics that interest you. Share as little or as much as you like.
It's where the lay people help the lay people.
54-year-old Connie Adams came across Reach Out while scrolling Google Play from her Carrollton home.
From a car accident, I have PTSD and a traumatic brain injury.
It's offering her a system of support she says didn't exist.
I lost my family, I lost my friends, and people just don't understand when you look fine on the outside that the inside is things are going on.
Adams uses a pseudonym and picture of her dog to maintain some anonymity.
So I don't feel that I'm really giving too much.
Overall, she says the app has connected her with people who've comforted her, and in turn, she's empowered to do the same for others.
You know, if I can help one person, then it's worth everything.
And that was Tanya Zalda reporting.
We'll be right back.
Now with your local sports, here's Sports Director Manny Diaz.
Well, for football coaches across Texas, it's the chance to pick the brains of the best in college and high school football. The Angelo Coaches Clinic. Today was day 2 with a number of Big 12 and SEC coaches like TCU's Gary Patterson hitting the stage. The Frogs ball coach talked TCU philosophy this afternoon, but not before he shed some light on the Big 12's new championship game and what it means to his squad moving forward in year 3 of the college football playoff.
I thought that when we went to this whole committee thing is that they would pick the 4 best teams without having to do championship games, without having to do playoffs, without having to do everything. For me, 2 years ago, felt like that, you know, you're maybe one of the 4 best teams that you're playing. So the best way to control everything is to control yourself, and that's to not lose. And so TCU, that's what our goal's been, and we're going to keep striving to do, is to be one of those teams and get where we need to get to.
Well, in terms of Big 12 conference expansion, Patterson added his theory is to do what it takes to get into the college football playoff. Meanwhile, Lakeview Chief and Texas offensive coordinator Sterling Gilbert was among the keynote speakers today. As a one-time high school and college quarterback, Gilbert knows what goes into choosing a solid guy under center. With it being his first year in Austin, well, he has a pretty tough decision to make in who will take the reins of the Horns offense next fall.
You know, now Hurd will be back in the mix since he got banged up early on in spring ball. But all 3 of those guys have done a really good job, you know, with Hurd, Bouchelle, and Swoops. You know, so they all have 3 different things, you know, they kind of bring to the table, but, you know, it's still an open competition.
Oh, by the way, Gilbert told me today he's all about his West Texas roots and from time to time enjoys tossing in a few things into his Texas offense from his days here at Lakeview and Abilene Cooper. What appears the Art Briles era at Baylor is on the brink of officially being over. According to Chip Brown of Horns Digest, 2 sources close to the situation have said a push by a group of big money donors to bring Art Briles back after a 1-year suspension is dead, and that talks of settlement between Briles and the university are underway.
What do you do immediately after you win it, though? Like you just spelled
the word. Like I threw up the X.
This is life after being crowned co-champion of the Scripps National Spelling Bee for 11-year-old Nihar Jenga, who threw up the Des Bryant X when he celebrated the win. His dad promised him a trip to AT&T Stadium, but today, well, he got something better, a chance to meet his inspiration.
After I won, I really wanted to give credit to Des Bryant because he was like one of my #1. He's one of my #1 inspirations, and I wanted to give credit to him for teaching me not to give up.
Oh, by the way, the word that gave him the co-championship was, bear with me, rafraîchisseur. Don't ask me to spell that. All right, congrats to former ASU Ram Trey Bennett on signing a pro contract to play overseas with KTP Basket of Kotka, Finland. The Houston native finished his senior season as the Lone Star Conference Newcomer of the Year, racking up a team-high 1,000 minutes and 543 points. Bennett's new squad in Finland holds 6 Finnish league titles, with their last championship coming back in 1995. Congrats to Trey and his family. All right, in the bigs, the Astros going for 2 in a row tonight, taking on Adam Wainwright and the Cardinals. 5th inning, still no score. Runner on second, Johnny Peralta pops one up as it lands fair. But get this, George Springer picks it up, fires a strike to home plate, telling Stephen Piscotty, have a seat. To the 7th, still no score. 2 runners on. Greg Garcia sends one past Jose Altuve into right. Perhaps another play at the plate. Yadier Molina beats the throw, giving the Cards a 1-0 lead. 8th inning now, St. Louis still up a run. Not for long. How about a George Springer dinger? That's a 2-run blast to right, his 15th of the year, as the Stros go on to win it 4-1.
Yes.
So, Monica, you get to rejoice tonight.
So 2 nights in a row.
I like to hear that.
Not,
Houston Astros.
Not too many
So proud
times,
of
but
them.
we'll celebrate with you.
Yeah.
They're on a roll.
Exactly.
For now. Yeah.
I like that. Stay with us, another check on our weather when we come back. Lifestyle Perfumes has come up with new colognes for men.
There is the Jedi scent. That's if you want to smell like Luke Skywalker,
Of course.
or Empire, if you want your scent from the dark side.
Okay.
Right now, these products are only available in Europe.
Makes too much sense.
There you go. How many euros that costs, I don't know, but I'm sure it's a deal.
The force be with you.
Yeah, and it's Father's Day. Too bad you can't get somebody to mail you some over there from
Hey,
France
maybe you
or
can
something.
order it online. Who knows?
Oh, golly, yeah. We have had a warm day today. How high did we go today, buddy?
97 degrees.
And I
as
see
of
color.
right, yeah, yeah, nice and cold. As of right now, we have a little bit of rain shower activity moving into our western counties. That red line I drew there is how far east I expect it to get, so it's going to dissipate here pretty quickly, probably in the next 30 minutes or so.
Thanks for joining us for Fox News First.
Good night, everybody. Sleep tight.
Hairstyles provided by Inspiro Salon.